Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play a game we've already played before. Broken Colors. So, I love this game, and I know there's 2 endings, but there is 3 routes. So we're going to go with the 3rd route. Mostly because I am missing a few from Stalker, aka Damon's route. I got Delivery Guy, and I got Rasmus. So let's play. When you come into this world, what name was given to you? Digital. Wait. Okay, yeah, I can't put wave. Still digital wave. Stark. And what pronouns do you use? She, her. Wonderful. Let's see where the path will take you in this dark, unsteady world. Day 1. My outstretched hand feels its way towards the source of the alarm until it finds a snooze button, and the alerts coming to this comes to a stop. Sorry, asthma attack a little bit. I yawn and roll on my side, curling up into a ball. I'm already snoring when it sounds again, louder this time. I groan at the thought, leaving the comfort of my cozy bed. Alright, I'm awake. Knowing that I would have to skip lunch if I wasted any more time now, I let out a defeated sigh and pull myself into a sitting position to switch off the alarm. I pull my phone back onto the bedside table, but as hard as I try to make it casual, it takes all my energy to swing my legs over the side without falling backwards. Backward. I stop moving and allow myself a few seconds to let the day come softly into focus, even if I could hardly keep my eyes open. My whole body feels like it's been hit by a truck. If that's what they call fatigue syndrome, I swear it's been getting harder to fight off every day. Probably depression. Putting my hands on either side of me, I grunt as I finally push myself off the bed completely. I feel my feet still ache from the previous day's work as I stump towards my closet, wiping the sleep from my eyes, and into the almost robotic fashion, pull on my sleeveless blouse and a skirt, wherever is conveniently resigning at the top of the pile. The summer sun shines brightly through the grubby windows of my apartment, filling me with more unnecessary warmth. I close my eyes and bring my arms back behind my head, stretching. Another yawn escapes my throat as I head into the kitchen, only to faced with an almost empty fridge. Right. I had to get rid of most of my food after the last power outage. Can't eat well if you're late paying the electricity bill. I decide to eat the chicken salad sandwich that my neighbor generously made me yesterday. I'm very grateful to her. She's been helped. She often helped me in difficult situations, that even though she doesn't have much herself. I make a mental note to do some grocery shopping tomorrow, or maybe I should not only do it mentally, but also write it down. Later. Okay, I still love the the posters on the wall. The soft clicking sound almost under my chair reminds me of the dried leaves that had been scattered all over the floor by a strong drift the other day, and are the sad result of my neglected mint plant. And mind you, accidentally killing it's not easy to ask. Oh shoot, how did I forget to water you the whole time? Poor thing. While I throw pity glances at it, I finish my lunch, then pick up some of the leaves, thinking about reviving the plant later, before rushing to get ready for another uneventful day at work. I step outside into the scorching sun, feeling the same heat wave that has been keeping me sleepy with Felic for the past few weeks. Try doing that, but the entire summer because it's like 100 plus Fahrenheit. Okay, like 30 something Celsius? 30 plus Celsius? With squinting eyes, I look up at the cloudless afternoon sky. Its bright cocktail blue stretches on forever, giving me a moment of pure sincerity. I take a deep breath and enjoy the summer breeze that brings along a dry wind messing up my hair. Such a pretty afternoon. It's a shame I have to work today. Sighing, I put on my sunglasses and wiggle my way through the heavy traffic pouring in from a nearby expressway. Vehicles of all shapes, sizes, and colors bustling by, creating a quiet din, yet one could still hear the rumbling sounds of bees darting through the air and the soft clicking of eye strings from restaurants. I turn the next corner and get only a glimpse of the back of my coworker's car, who just finished his morning shift before he takes off driving home to his family. My feet carry me to the building he had left, a small convenience store where I work as a cashier. Stopping in front of the staff entrance, I look for my keys, then grab the doorknob. Ouch! Only to have my palm exploding in pain. And that is why I wear gloves at work. That in fact I have eczema and I'm allergic to stuff. But in scorching hot sun, I really have winter gloves because I'm not allergic to the material in it, but it saves my butt. Damn it, not again. I wave my hand as if to shake off the burning sensation. I wish we had more trees around, throwing some shade in this part of the city, or a very affordable entry door, for that matter, one that also makes it easier for air conditioning to run through efficiently. Speaking of, after using the handkerchief to protect myself somewhat from the intense heat of the door, I hurry inside and notice only a slight difference in temperature. A not so pleasant thought crossed my mind. What if the AC is not working? I bet Rasmus will use this as an excuse to go home early. Well, I make my way to the break room and fetch myself a drink. I find my coworker already sitting there with his legs stretched out in front of him, his feet propped up on the table, and his arms resting behind his head as if he had come to relax, not to work. That's Rasmus for you. As usual, he doesn't bother to look at me or greet me, and continues to ignore me until I have a glass of chilled juice in my hands. Man, I could grow a beard just waiting for you. The AC's broken. What are you gonna do about that? Yeah, that's Rasmus. He's spoiled, obnoxious son of the manager whose favorite pastime is to constantly bully me. Unfortunately, I need the money and can't afford to complain about it too much, even though his father is pretty nice to me. Well, except his cruel jokes about us marrying one day. Rasmus and I are anything but a perfect match, really. And it's funny because technically he has a crush on you. Indignant at his reproachful remark, I stand next to the table, next to my other free hand on my hip, and glare at him. I see the corner of his mouth curling up, and I realize he's not the least bit intimidated by me. How do I answer him? Call technician? Hell, why me? Do I look like a technician? Hello to you, Raz. That'd be me. Yeah, whatever. Answer my question, digital wave. Oh yeah, because wait, the E is silent, so I'm still technically wave. Is this really that hard to show some basic manners? Just put the E in there anyway. You sound like my stupid stepmother at home. If your goal is to tick me off today, you're on the right track. I think it's easy to tick you off, Rasmus. Jeez, calm down. I'm not here to fight you. He has problems at home, but to waste my time? I'm perplexed by his sudden anger, but it doesn't seem to be directed at me, even though he gives me a disappointing glare. He must have had another fight at home, and it wouldn't be my first time to be used as a lightning rod. Choosing to ignore his side mark for the moment, I pull up a chair, sit down, and take a sip of my drink. Shouldn't you keep an eye on the store? We don't have any customers yet, and none of them will stick around if the AC is not getting fixed, including me. But you're gonna help me with that, right? What makes you think I would? Because I thought I could treat you to some salted caramel ice cream if you do. What? I can't help but smile at the realization that my offer seems to have taken the wind out of his sails for a moment. For now, it's my first time doing something different to get his help, which I always have a tough time with. He's a tsundere to everyone else's yandere. He's a tsundere to everyone else's yandere. After all, Rasmus isn't exactly known to be a selfless Samaritan or anything like that. I mean, sure, whatever, let's go. What, really? Yeah, are you coming or not? The fact that that this has worked has caught me off guard. That he has to call me for a second time, trying to change his mind before I finally rise from my seat, and to follow him. I feel kind of dumb for not trying sooner. Things could have been a lot easier on me, damn it. But at the same time, it's ridiculous to what lengths I have to go through to get a little help from him. Unfortunately, he has always been like that, bossy, condescending, even bitter about past events that may have been beyond his control. Noticing that he speaks more of his stepmom than his actual mother, but I figured that she might be a topic he doesn't want to discuss, so I never brought it up. Besides, I doubt trying to get to know him better would change anything about our current relationship. After changing into my work clothes and shutting off the power to the cooling system, we moved the thick layer of ice layers and freed the coil from the dirt and dust. This time with Rasmus doing most of the work. He was more pleasant to be around whenever work distracted him from me, which often led to the illusion that we got along well. Nobody would believe me whenever I complained about his bullying. People would just laugh and tell him to go easy on me, making him do the exact opposite. Once we're done, we return to the break room to wipe the sweat off our faces with a towel and take a moment to enjoy the cooler temperature. Phew, now that's fine taken care of. Thank you, Ramus. What would I do without you? What dirt, probably. And just like that, my enthusiasm about his help is gone. Anyway, he glances at the clock on the wall, then back at me. You better go back to the counter now. I'll check our inventory in the meantime. I just nod as he leaves, pouring myself another glass of juice before I follow him through the door and place it down next to the cash register. There's still no customers, huh? Seems like it's gonna be a slow day. Depending on the season or day of the week, my job can be slow, hectic, stressful, or mind-numbingly boring and repetitive. It's also physically more demanding than some might think. Having to stand in one place all day is hard on my feet, knees, and my back. Which I know from experience. I enjoy my job though. Some of the most fun times involve chatting with regulars. We would laugh, catch up, tease each other. I probably know more about their lives than their neighbors or even relatives. Of course, we have customers who treat me like I'm something nasty on the bottom of their shoes. A couple of them ruin my whole day. Sadly, it is expected of me to debase my self-worth to avoid responding back in a similar manner. Mila, one of our regulars, isn't the type to say anything nice or even remotely approachable. She usually just buys her cigarettes and leaves the store as fast as she came in. I remember how she got angry at me once for asking her for her ID. It was scary as hell, and to this day I don't even know how I even survived her little outburst. But I like to think that she was just having a bad day and isn't the mean kind. Vinny, sometimes another regular, is pretty quiet and on some days even a bit awkward. He usually buys energy drinks and avoids eye contact when talking to me. I point out how rude I thought this kind of behavior was. Now he occasionally makes an effort to show me that he pays attention. I feel kind of bad about it. Seeing how rarely he manages to smile makes me wonder how miserable his life must be. I feel for him. Drinking out my G Fuel cup. It's water, but the other two well-known regulars are Goofer and Levi. Gunther isn't much of a talker, but he's too polite to not engage in some small talk. At first, I was a bit intimidated by his height and bulky stature. The wrinkles and the dark half-moons below his eyes don't help to make him any less scary. Funnily enough, we both bonded later over our shared fear of dentists and love for cats. I hate the dentist too. Levi is the kind of guy who that gets you in a good mood as soon as he walks into the store. He's always smiling, grinning, and ready to share the latest rumors with me. Me and Rasmus noticed a chemical smell clinging to him that makes it obvious he's dealing with drugs. It's also strange to think that some of our customers might be actual criminals. Especially this nice guy right here. I don't think I will ever get used to the fact that I moved to a city with a high crime rate. This universe is Gotham City. Gang fights, robberies, assassinations, and other attacks are part of my everyday life here. For some, are a part of everyday life here for some people. We just need Batman. No, Batman. Even our manager has trouble expanding his business without facing any territorial issues. It's crazy, really. Luckily, the neighborhood I live in has been quite peaceful for the years. However, I'll be lying if I said I didn't wish for a little excitement every now and then to combat my rare, boring life. Do not, and I repeat, do not wish for that. No, this is technically a horror game, so you definitely don't want to wish for it. Still no customers. My wary eyes wander to an open magazine that someone has left on the counter. I pick it up. Wow. I can't help but admire the beautiful young woman at the cover, who looks vaguely familiar. I might have seen her around somewhere before, or just remember seeing her in a different type of media. She must be popular model or dancer. I wonder what it feels like to get noticed by someone like her. I love the artwork though. My lips twist in a self-mockery. Yeah, dream on, digital wave. I finally break away from the charming smile, and start flipping through the magazine until I get stuck on a page with a fun-looking personality quiz. I guess I could take it to kill some time. Question 1. You want to draw a landscape. Which color do you choose? I'm gonna go with violet. Question number 2. You've been blindfolded for a surprise date. What will you see when your blindfold comes off? We're sitting on a roof terrace to have dinner under the starry night sky. We're starting on a pier at the beach and watching the fireworks show. We're surrounded by lushful green meadow, having a picnic under a tree. I'll go do this one this time. Can't remember what I picked last time. Question number 3. Receive a gift that you can use to complement your overall style. You open the box and find a thin silver necklace with a barbecue pearl pendant, a paper straw hat with a black ribbon, a black leather collar with a metal ring, a beaded necklace with colorful patterns, a striped knot headband in your favorite color. I'll do that. Question number 4. What's your favorite snack for a movie night? Popcorn, chocolate, chips, cookies, pretzels, fruit. Depends. Let's go popcorn. The last time I actually sat for a movie, which was at Scream, I didn't eat anything. Question number 5. You want to get a pet. Which animal would you suit you best? An independent animal that could spend some time from the comfort of my home, a brave, loyal pet that could be active outdoors. He is that pet, whatever behavior I could observe and create new enrichments for. I'll go through the pit. What are you doing? Whoa, you startled me just like... don't startle me like that. Careful who you're yelling at. If I was the manager, you'd be in big trouble now. As if you're not causing me enough trouble already. I mumbled these words as my lips curl into a pout. My eyes fall onto the glass that I accidentally knocked over. Its contents drenched the entire magazine, making the answers harder to read. Groaning, I ducked down and grabbed a paper towel from a lower shelf and used it to wipe down the counter. Then I dabbed the juice stains on every page. Whoa, what's that? A personality quiz? He snorts. Do you even have a personality you can speak of? Yeah, it's called sarcasm. I frown and glance at the quiz, instantly regretting having taken it all. And you're still using a fountain pen, huh? I won't even be writing on it anyway. Guess saw that. How old-fashioned. Hey, don't knock it until you try it. I don't know why, but today he seems particularly annoying. I use gel because it's easier for me to write. I'm already so tired of having to listen to his voice, tired of not being able to enjoy things in his presence, and tired of him making me shrink every time he's mocking glazes me. I'm not exaggerating here. He makes my skin crawl every time he laughs at something I said or done. He's always laughing at me as if I were the one big joke, and God knows what else he does behind my back. And yet every time for 2 years I go through the same hellish routine with him. Why can't he stop doing that? It's like he wants to keep his iron grip around my neck and squeeze until my head finally pops off. I let out a small, involuntary grasp when I see the torn page. Oh crap. I guess my dabs have been a little too aggressive, and it was nothing to do with Rasmus. No. Just throw it away already. You're not here to laze around anyway. There's plenty for you to do, even if we don't have any customers right now. You're leaving? I look at the small backpack he has flung over his shoulder. Are you leaving now? Not that I'm complaining. I do need a break from him, but he knows as well as I do that we're not allowed to work alone anymore. You'll be fine on your own. And the manager agrees. He pauses for a moment, pondering what to say. Not yet, but he will later on. Is it after I get kidnapped? If you say so. Don't miss me too much when you're lodging in the hammock by the pool, sipping my cocktail. You're going to the pool party? That's so not fair. Quit whining and be grateful that I trust you enough with these keys. Make sure everything is locked up and secure. You know the drill. I'll call you later to check up on you. I grumble to myself. Alright, take care, Raz. The store bell chimes as he pushes the door open, taking all the stress and tension I felt for the last 2 hours with him. My reflection in the window brightens as soon as I hear the roar of his motorcycle accompanied by an Italian summer song that is now playing from the store's ceiling speaker. As the sound of his engine fades to a distant rumble, I stretch my arms above my head to feel less like a taunt violin strings and hum softly to the song. Finally, some well-deserved peace and quiet. I just hope no one causes any serious trouble now that I'm alone. The headlines about the gang raids targeting small shops are always on my mind when darkness falls across the city. I wonder if cashiers like me will soon be armed for emergencies like that. If it's the United States, yes, we are. Look, I'm joking. No. Pawn shops, yes. Probably because they actually sell guns. No, stop thinking about this. There's no point in feeding your anxiety now. Just enjoy the music and focus on the task of digital wave. Although the AC is running smoothly now, my dry throat craves more cold liquid, so I leave the counter to refill my empty glass in the break room. I take the sticky magazine with me and throw it, with all the other garbage, into the containers at the staff entrance. As soon as I'm back inside, nice music is interpreted by a news report of an unknown serial killer. Broadcaster. Approximately between July 3rd and August 11th, a serial killer murdered and dismembered a Commute district at least 12 victims. Only 3 of them could be possibly identified. 12 brutal killings in almost 6 weeks, and the police are either clues nor has neither clues or suspects. We ask you to keep your eyes and ears open and report any crimes, suspicious behavior, safety concerns, and medical emergencies. It's also recommended not to walk alone at night and to leave your workplace early to be home at a safe or reasonable time. God, this is awful. I can feel myself getting emotional as I manage the grief the victims' families must be going through right now. As if these violent gangs wreaking havoc were enough, now there's someone out there who takes pleasure in killing innocent people. Who knows who would do such a thing? And how can this killer be stopped? The Forays don't seem to know what they're doing either. This is just too much. I turn off the radio. Then I hear another announcer began to elaborate on the killer's methods. A chill runs across my spine as I look around the deserted shop, suddenly feeling a bit very exposed here by myself. I shake my head, trying to drive away the images of my own death. I wonder if Rasmus has heard about the news as well. If he did, I don't think he would have left me here all by myself, would he? I don't even know if the Commute district is close to where I live. I never had time to fully explore the city after moving, and my train of thought breaks by the sudden arrival of customers, making me rush to the checkout. I only recognize one of them as a regular. However, he's not what I would call profitable. Quite often, he just looks around and leaves without buying anything. Even Rasmus finds it odd and tells me to keep an eye on him. Though whenever he notices my gaze, he seems to feel compelled to strike up a conversation with me. Like now. Hi. He fills with the hem of his shirt and has a hard time maintaining eye contact with me. A bit unusual. But for now, I'm glad I can talk to someone that isn't Rasmus. I put my best smile and greet him cheerfully. Hello, sir. It's nice to see you again. How can I help you on this beautiful evening, a beautiful day? It really is a beautiful day, isn't it, Digital Wave? Huh, that's new. I never introduced myself to him, so I guess he must have overheard my first name somewhere. And really hot too. And really hot too. I hope you keep yourself hydrated. He's trying really hard to make small talk with me, isn't he? But I'm not in a mood to talk about something as boring as the weather, so I try to steer him back on topic. What brings you here today? I wanted to ask, do you know, maybe we could, I would like to, He shoulders sag as he utters a frustrated sigh. That's not how I practice it. Maybe I should know. Sir, is everything alright? He chuckles. I'm such a coward. I couldn't understand his mumbling, but before I could even ask him to repeat what he said, he turns on his heel and turns the store. He just has a crush. Well, that was weird. I baffled for a few minutes, but decide that I should focus on the other customers instead of blaming myself for a sudden escape, as I usually do. I'd never seen him so shy and awkward before. He didn't even ask about our products, but I'm sure he'll return, most likely tomorrow. After all, everyone can have a bad day. As if on cue, my gaze wanders back to the window as night falls and I'm once again enveloped by loneliness. There's not much time left before my shift is over. What else can I do to shorten the waiting time? Daydream. Lost in thought, I drum my fingers in the counter while suddenly memory starts playing in my head like a movie. I see my friends from middle school who gifted me a drum set for my 15th birthday and taught me how to play. Like most teenagers, we chased the dreams of becoming a world-famous band. Indeed, with the help of our families, we soon had our own instruments and a soundproof basement to practice in. Feeling nostalgic, I take 2 candy canes from the box and are sold year-round and start hitting on various items to create some funny beats. I've been told that I was a good listener and I had a good sense of rhythm and timing, so teenage me practiced for years to become one of the best drummers one day. Every night I would fall asleep listening to my favorite bands, imagining this was our first concert, pretending I was playing and crying tears of joy at the end. But like so many other things in our lives, these dreams didn't last. I gasped and the candy canes dropped to the floor. Oh God, you startled me. How did I not notice him? And why didn't I hear the store bell? Have I been that deep in thought? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Nah, it's alright. I should have paid more attention. It's part of my job after all. But that I didn't expect to have another customer right before closing time either. My laugh comes out awkward and strangled. I'm so embarrassed. He has seen me like that. I usually shop at a different store, but I found out today that they had to shut down. That's why I came here instead. I'm sorry for the inconvenience I'm causing you now. Oh, don't worry about it. You're not causing any inconvenience at all. You know, I really enjoyed your performance. Watching you cheered me up a little. Okay. I kind of want to know if it's different if DG's not here, so sounds like you're pretty dejected about something. You let out a heavy sigh. Yeah, I was rejected by the person I really liked. I thought I did everything right this time. I don't know what to do anymore. That sounds like the worst day ever. I'm sorry you got rejected. I know how painful that can be. A smile booms his lips, uncertain and shaky, but accepting my sympathy. Thanks for being so understanding. Actually makes me feel a little better. Just having someone say something nice to me today. You're welcome. I'm sure you'll get another chance to meet someone who hopefully will appreciate you for who you are. I bet there's a lot to appreciate. I wink at him and give him a bright smile. What can I say? He's a real potential customer, and I gotta give it to my all. Besides, I do like cheering people up. I don't want anyone to feel like nobody cares about them. Oh, he's a potential love interest. You really think so? Like what? My eyes quickly scan him from head to toe. Your hair looks fluffy. Your clothes are worn out but clean, and you smell nice too, like some sort of homemade oil. Maybe rose? It reminds me of my mother and her expensive shampoo and soap. Appearance-wise, I like to say how fluffy your hair looks. And wait, are you wearing a coat? In summer? You must be sweating terribly underneath. He chuckles. Nope, I don't sweat that much actually. I like the hot weather and the warm, cozy feeling of my coat. It's like a safety blanket. It protects my skin from the harsh sun, and I don't have to freeze in places where some air conditioners get way too cold. Smart. Interesting. I never looked at it that way before, but I could never wear a coat in summer. I die the moment I see squirrels picking up nuts with pot holders. His face crinkles in laughter. It's sweet, soft laugh that I find surprisingly cute. I surely rub my neck as I get the sudden fluffy feeling in my chest before I notice the 2 candy canes lying between my feet, unbroken and still wrapped in their plastic packaging. I picked them up and showed them to him. Here, you can have these. I know that this sounds kind of cheesy, but since they didn't break, you could use them as lucky charms, for your next conquest. Don't call it conquest. Our fingers brush against each other as I hand him the candies, causing him to hold his breath for a split second. He must have felt the same heated spark jolt from our brief touch. I watch him stare at his gift in awe, then back at me. It's a new peppermint variety filled with ruby chocolate. They're so popular that they always sell out quickly, not only at Xmas. Thank you. You're too kind. This is just really makes me feel so much better already. I beam at him. Oh, don't mention it. I'm always glad to help. Well then, not wanting to keep him any longer for paying for his purchase, I scanned his items. Is that all? Oh right, yeah, that's all. When I bag his groceries, I notice how he's watching me closely now, but that doesn't bother me. It's cute when customers admire me for making their day. It makes me feel better about myself too. Here we go. Here you go. Thank you. It was really nice talking to you. Likewise. Please be careful out this hour. You never know who's working in the shadows. I'll be careful. I'll be extra careful just for you. But take care too, alright? Thank you for your purchase and please come again. Oh, I definitely will. This watch. I'm not gonna get chased for Mika's day. It would be actually really funny if he get chased because he wasn't there. And with that, he leaves the store, and I wave goodbye, happy to finally be able to enjoy the end of my workday. I finally got there one. He walks out of the store with a spring in his step as the darkness of the night settles over the city like a cloak, whose light then comes to life, showing the beauty of its rainbow colors. It's been a long time since someone other than his friend has been kind to him, offering him hope and a new sense of warmth to blossom in his heart. He's been starving for such sweetness, always clinging to the emotional sugar source he could find, but it's never easy, nor does it last very long. Every time things didn't work out, people were quick to move on eventually. If they were lucky, that is. This time will be different, though. He could feel it. It's you or no one. Your precious gift is a sign of love, right? Love, love, love. It makes him want to capture every moment of you. Moments when you're real, beautiful, even scared. There's no way he wouldn't want to be his wife, his little partner, his companion, and share all your secrets, your hopes and fears and sorrows and joys with him. Forever. Despite the warm, humid air, he could feel goosebumps peering on his arms, making his mouth split into a grin as he enjoys the thought that you might be thinking of him too. He will return your kindness and make sure you know how much he cares about you. Even if it takes all he has to give, he'll do anything necessary to make it happen. Anything. If sacrifices aren't made for love, it ain't love, right? And he won't stop until you understand how much you mean to him, even if you're just met. He will know everything there is to know about you by the time this night was over anyway. Just be patient, my love. It won't be long until you find yourself in my arms, just like it's meant to be. I slammed the cash register shut, lower and shutter the doors, activate the alarm system, all while the new customer still lingers in my mind. Should I have asked for his name? Well, maybe I'll get the chance next time. He seems to have a gentle soul. I can remember the last time I met someone who's so pleasant and easy to talk to. A small smile creeps into my lips as I think back to how our hands touched. It's not the first time I've been attracted to a customer, but usually it's just a silly little crushes. Nothing that would last. Aw, it's a nice feeling to have, even if they don't lead anywhere. As I make my way home, I suddenly hear my phone ring. I fish it out of my bag and squint at the bright screen lining up my face, displaying Poo-Poo Head. Poo-Poo Head. I laugh at the nickname. A well-deserved one at that, but do I really want to talk to him this morning now? Answer. I took the call and could tell by his colorful, bouncy voice that he was buzzed on alcohol. The party noise in the background made it difficult to hear him, but fortunately he was short with me. I confirmed that everything was fine, that I was heading home, and he had nothing to worry about. We said goodbye, and shortly afterwards, I stumbled into my apartment. kicking off my shoes, and meandered over to my laptop to check my emails and social media. I keep my passwords and other valuables information in my old diary with a study lock attached to it. The lock and its keys have mismatched colors and are kept separately. This way, hackers are less likely to bug me, and any burger will have to find the key first to have the right tool to break the lock. But that burger would ever be interested in a diary. You would never know, right? Yandere's. I glance through the ad in my inbox and make notes of all the good deals that interest me. After that, I log into my account on ClickBait and search for newest post of my family. It's my only way to keep track of the events on their lives without having to directly contact them. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this to anyone. My life is not exactly what I thought it would be. Not that I promised back then. I feel too ashamed to even ever look them in the eye again. Of course, part of me thinks that I'm just being ridiculous, but the guilt eating me up inside always wins and prevents me from reaching out to them. I want to know if they still think of me, talk about me, but if they do, it's not on social media. I scroll through through posts that are only about recent new recipes, celebrity crushes, pictures of food, and nature trips. I don't know why I keep tormenting myself with that every night. Because you deserve it. Looking at their happy faces only makes me feel lonelier and more like an outsider. I know I should stop, but I can't. It's like I'm addicted to this type of misery. I turn to my mint plant, the only non-artificial one in this room. The way it looks in this way, I feel right now withered and forgotten. But now you don't deserve that, do you? You deserve to thrive and be cared for. Unlike you, I gently across its brown and crispy leaves, a right time to revive you. I get my garden scissors and start cutting off the dead material. It's kind of fun. I wish it was just easy for me to make a fresh start. A fresh start? Can you even fail all over again? The roots seem healthy enough. So all I that's left to do is to keep them watered every day. I'm sure I'll manage this time. I have to if I want to be proud of at least one thing in my life, right? It's not like your pitiful pride will be overshadowed by people who actually accomplished something. Just shut up. God, I hate it so much when my brain is working against me. I'm trying my best, okay? Depression. Sigh. I try my best. My eyes grow heavy. I don't feel like stripping down to my underwear, but I know how hot it can be at night, so I do it anyway. I leave the cut steams of the floor, since I don't care about them right now. I can clean them up tomorrow. All I want is to fall into my cushion and stretch my body over the bed until its smoothing comfort takes me away the pain in my sore muscles. I close my eyes, slowly dozing off to the quiet, rolling sound of my laptop, which I'm sure will soon go to sleep mode too. My mind sends me off to dreamland, where it's already making plans for my upcoming day off. I could go for a nice walk in the park, feed the ducks, and have a picnic. He's here. I took a deep breath, smelling the fresh air, with a sweet fragrance coming from the blooming flowers sparkling the lush green meadows that cover most of the park except for some bare spots. Click. I walk towards the giant tree that washes over everything and everyone. Its shadow cools my skin as I sit down to keep him and his feathered dwellers company. Click, click. It's early in the morning, so only people passing by are those who jog or walk their dogs. Click, click, click. I lie down and smile with a sudden warm breeze drifting through the treetop, find its way over to me, caressing my hair like a spirit using its fingertips. I wish I could stay here forever. How many pictures is he taking? This is... This is sleeping. He looks at your screen with sparkles in his eyes, tracing a heart with his finger around your name. So your name's Digital Wave. Seems like I found a new favorite word. It seems like I found a new favorite word. He happily but quietly repeats your name over and over, like an incantation. Such a lovely name. I think I'll use it with utmost pleasure tonight. A nervous energy builds in his chest as he thinks back to his first conversation with you, and how gentle your eyes were when you smiled at him, a smile that made everything better. You captivated him like no other, making him feel like things that are finally starting to make sense. His face lights up like a neon sign as he slowly turns to you. Sweet dreams, my little rosebud. See you very soon. End of day 1. So if you like my content, please subscribe by the help bot and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.